We begin tonight with President Trump, aware of the increasing pressure coming before the cameras today at the White House, and for the first time since Saturday, condemning hate groups by name. The president saying racism is evil after lives were lost in Charlottesville, calling out the KKK, neo-Nazis, and white supremacists. And tonight, what we've now learned about the 20-year-old suspect charged with murder after authorities say he drove his car into that crowd. This evening, the video now emerging of him before he got into that car. ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega leading us off.
Nearly 48 hours after that car plowed into pedestrians on the streets of Charlottesville, President Trump today finally stepping before the cameras to give that hate a name.
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans.
Under fire all weekend, it started not with what he said, but what he didn't say. Scenes like this unfolding for hours without word from the president. When the president did speak out in person, he condemned not just the racists marching in the streets, but many sides.
We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides,
The backlash was instant and nearly universal, even from Republican allies.
Call this white supremacism, this white nationalism evil, and let the country hear it, let the world hear it. It's something that needs to come from the Oval Office, and this White House needs to do it today.
By Sunday, a statement not from the president, but rather from an unidentified aide, saying the president said very strongly in his statement yesterday that he condemns all forms of violence, bigotry, and hatred. And of course, that includes white supremacists, KKK, neo-Nazi, and all extremist groups. Adding to the pressure, his daughter went there, saying unequivocally there should be no place in society for racism, white supremacy, and neo-Nazis. Same from his vice president.
We have no tolerance for hate and violence from white supremacists, neo-Nazis, or the KKK.
And this morning, his attorney general pressed by David on whether the president would finally speak out specifically against white supremacists.
This is a president, as you know, who is known for his blunt talk. You know, for a week now, we've been reporting on the war of words with North Korea. Many Americans could likely quote that line, his warning of fire and fury. He was so clear on North Korea. And even as a candidate, he said this.
To solve a problem, you have to be able to state what the problem is, or at least say the name.
Will he say the name of these groups?
Well, he will say what he believes is appropriate. I think he probably will.
Late today, a reporter asking the president one more time why he waited so long to name those groups.
Mr. President, can you explain why you did not condemn those hate groups by name over the weekend?
They've been condemned. They have been condemned.
And Cecilia Vega with us live from the White House tonight. And early in the day, Cecilia, when the president still had not called out these groups by name, as you know, the only African-American member of the White House Manufacturing Council resigned. Merck's CEO saying America's leaders must clearly reject bigotry and group supremacy. There was reaction at the White House.
David, the president responded to this resignation hours before he called out those racists by names. He took to Twitter to take a dig at Ken Frazier, saying he will have more time to lower rip-off drug prices. And David, he's tweeting about it again just now, saying blasting Merck Pharmaceuticals for high drug prices. David.
Taking aim after that resignation. Cecilia, thank you.